Good morning, everybody. It is Tuesday, August 18th, 2020. Welcome to all of you, and I hope that your Tuesday is off to a great start. Well, let's get right to it. Sometimes you wake up in the morning, you click into your subscribe list, and you go through to see, catch up on what's going on YouTube, and occasionally you'll be really taken back by what you see. And when I'm talking about a YouTube death in the family, I'm talking about a family that I have followed for, I guess, the better part of maybe 3 years. They live in Utah, and it's a family that had, I believe, 4 children in the family. And on the 15th of August, just about 3 days ago, family woke up tragically to find that their 20-year-old son, the oldest one in the family, had taken his life, evidently, in the night. And you can imagine, if you're a parent, the shattering feeling of losing a child, no matter which way it happens. It's a devastating blow. I think every parent's worst nightmare is to preside and arrange a funeral for one of their children. I can only imagine the pain and suffering that has to be worked through in that regard, the second guessing, the questioning, the if I had done this, maybe that would have happened. And I have to give this family a lot of credit. It's, in a way, it's kind of horrifying, but to see them so raw a couple days after this event and doing a video on YouTube, immersed in their feelings, and the mother just so devastated, you can't help but feel regrounded in what's important in life, especially when it comes to family. All the other things, all the other problems, the doxing, the fighting, the things on YouTube, they kind of fade into the background, and this is real life stuff. The channel's called Living a Good Story, and I found this particular family through YouTube, through a channel called the Norp and South, a family that has, like, I don't know, 8 or 9 children, and they've RV'd all around the country. They lived overseas. They went to Paris. They went everywhere. And I thought it was very interesting because they had a family that some of the children were adopted, and this happened to be their best friend started a YouTube channel called Living a Good Story. I think the name of it is, I'll have a link in the description box, but I will warn you, it's very raw, it's very emotional, but your heart can't help it reaching out and also sharing some of that devastation and sadness. But they had a channel, Living the Good Story. They're still on YouTube. Like I say, I'll have a link in the description box down below. But they were genuinely good people, of a Mormon background. They went out there missions, and went down to Costa Rica to see what they could do to fight the sex trafficking trade down in the Dominican Republic. I think they spent about a year, 9 months or a year down there doing that, and traveled quite a bit. Thailand, they went to Thailand on a bit of a vacation. And you never imagine, I guess, that it could happen to you. And I do have several people within my YouTube family, who have gone through the same experience and shared that with me, of losing a loved one. And I guess I'm coming out today to say that although I'll never hopefully experience that pain, just seeing somebody deal with the consequences publicly on YouTube really makes you stop and think, and be appreciative of what you have in your life, and hold that very dear, and treat every day as if it might be the last day that you see somebody in life. And how would you act in life if you knew, sadly, that it might be the last day for a loved one? It would change your whole dynamic. It would change your whole world. So I'm going to leave a link in the description box to the channel. I warn you again, it's very raw. It's very emotional, but I think it's very brave too to deal with that when it's so fresh. And for them, as for me, many times over the years, I've found YouTube to be a therapeutic kind of place to spread the joy, but also to spread the pain on occasion. And I think that's the way they deal with that. They spent the whole day looking at older videos that they had uploaded and focusing, of course, on this child that's no longer with them. And I think they're going to be okay. I think they're going to be okay dealing with that. But it certainly made me stop and think about what's really important in life and holding dear and close those that mean so much to them and reinforcing the love. In no way, shape, or form do I think this child suffered from any kind of deficit of attention or love. But when somebody is contemplating, I think, taking their own life, we never really know what their thought processes is, okay? As in most cases, when somebody does something like that, if you're lucky, you get some early signs. They might share some things with you. Sometimes if somebody's really intent on doing something, they do it, and you're left to pick up the pieces and wonder why a 20-year-old guy had a girlfriend, thinking about getting an apartment, getting married, would do something like that. But it's not ours to really wonder why. It's ours to understand that this does happen, and I give this family a lot of credit for dealing with that and sharing emotionally on YouTube their devastating experience. It's something I believe none of us ever hope to see when we click on in the morning and see the latest uploads, to come across something like that. But understand, kindness, loving, and being positive can go a long way towards keeping people grounded, making people feel happier than they might be otherwise as they deal with their own world. We never know the way the comments, the way the trolling, the way that some of the horrible things on YouTube can affect people, because maybe they don't give voice to it. And I'm not saying that those kind of things don't have their place on YouTube, but I am saying you'll never really know the psychological makeup of somebody that's on YouTube. And my worst thought would be to say something that would trigger something, some event like that, and make somebody question their self-worth. I have a lot of love for this family today. I followed them for several years. As I say, my heart aches for them. Say prayers for them today as they deal with this. And if anything good came out of that, it certainly made me stop and think today. And also to reach out to my subscriber base and just reiterate my own sorrow for those of you who have gone through this experience, shared this with me. It is devastating in the extreme, and I certainly am more aware of that this morning than ever before. With that, I'll close it out today and wish you guys a wonderful day.